in the midst of the wilderness. It's not quite art, it's not quite entertainment, it's here on my set. I have inherited from Montana. Listen to this. Somewhere which originally was round, a certain prince came to it. The man downcast then met the priest under the bridge. Beneath that bridge was split for so much, where so much had transpired since the radiation.
Yeah, Bob, that's great.
And with it brought grace, but still the questions persisted, that of the radiation, that of the growth of animalism, the decay of the soil, and it says beyond terror, beyond grace, it calls the throbbing, machines in the void. Here, take a page.
I have to talk to you.
Chop, crowd! You get too old, too busy to have fun this business, to have fun, then what are you?
Bob.
What are you?
What am I?
Yes.
What am I with?
What are you? I was saying you're just a slave to commerce.
I'm just a slave to commerce?
Yes.
I'm nothing.
No.
You're absolutely right.
You've got to have fun. You know why?
Okay, what?
Because or else you'll die and people will say, he never had any fun.
How close are you to Ross?
How close am I to Ross? I don't know. How close should I be?
I have to ask you something.
Go ahead, Charles.
You want to green light a picture? What's your deal? What's your new deal?
What's my new deal? It's all you can talk about.
What's your new deal?
All right, over 10 mil, I need Ross's approval. Under 10 mil, I can green light. So what?
This morning, Bob.
Yes?
This morning, a man came to me.
The man came to you? What, are you already here to promote me?
Bob.
You here to promote me, Charles? He said, Charles, one thing I don't need.
Bob,
And everybody in this jolly town is trying to promote me. You want to see my message?
Bob.
You get a rally's hot.
Yeah.
My good friend Charles. Bob. That's why we have channels. All these little people out there that we see, understand? Fella asks, what are they there for? Well, Charles, we don't know. But we think you give the things to your boy, gives it to my boy, these people get to eat, they don't have to go beg, get in everybody's face at the airport the whole time. This morning, my phone won't stop ringing. You know, Smalley, everybody says they met me in Topeka, 1962, and do I want to make their movie? Guys want me to do remakes of films haven't been made. I'm drowning in coverage. The story of a horse and the horse who loves me. Give me a breather from all these fine folks suddenly see what a great man I am. And when I do return my calls, Charles, you know what I'll tell those people? I'm going to tell them, go through channel. This protects me from them and from folks, fine as they are, like you, Charles, and you come to me for favors. Or did you come up here to congratulate me on my new promotion?
Congratulations.
Do I deserve it?
Yes, you do, Bob.
Why?
Because you're a prince among men and your yearn'll deserve it.
All right, then, that's enough. What did you bring me?
This morning, Bob.
Yes?
This morning, Doug Brown came to me.
Doug Brown?
He came to my house, Bob. How would you like for Doug Brown to cross the street to do a picture for us, Bob? How would you like the script that I got him? He's nuts for it, he's free, we can start the shoot next month. I have his word. He'll come to the studio and do the film for us. Doug Brown will cross the street and do a film for us next month.
Get me Ross.
Do you see what I'm telling you?
Change your house.
You believe what I'm saying?
Get me Ross. Ross! Richard Ross! No, don't look in the book. There's a button on the console. Richard, just push the button. There is a button on the console. Richard Ross. Thank you. Are you all right?
Yeah, Bob. I just need some thought.
We'll get it for you. Tell me.
All right, this is some time ago, and I get the script of Brown.
What script?
You don't know it. A prison script.
What about
I
it?
found it in the file. I loved it all the time. I was thinking how to do this script. One day,
So you're the script of Brown.
not him, his
I know.
guy gives Dougie the script.
Yes. Thank you. Ross will get back.
His guy gives Dougie the script. Yeah, months ago, all right? I don't know. Today, all right? Today, I'm having coffee. Who drives up?
Coffee's your house.
Who drives up?
Dougie Brown.
Douglas Brown drives up to my house. He says, I want to do your script. I've got this other thing to deal with. We'll settle it tomorrow for me. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'll come in and sign up.
Hello. Who? No call. No calls to Richard Ross, and we need coffee. Okay? Got it?
You cross the street to shoot it. He says, why not?
He come over to shoot.
Son of a bitch, like out of some damn fairy tale.
He drove to your house.
I'm looking out the window.
Son of a bitch. Hello, Richard. Yes, what am I? Hello, Richard. Fine, just fine. The painting. Well, thank you. Listen, Richard, do you need some good news? Well, it's a surprise that I've got for you. No, I want to tell you in person. Do you have time? will be there. Charlie Fox. Charlie came in. Right? We'll be there. Right. Oh, we see him in person.
I need a couple.
Oh, Jesus. What's
I can tell. No, you're right. Well, the thing, of course, is our Dougie Brown picture. A buddy. Yeah, Dougie and...
Watch this face. I got it. Play with the money. Okay, now let's
Prison. Right, these guys, they want to get black guys in the prison.
coffee. Quickly, can we get some coffee?
And the black guy's going to raise his ass, okay? Now, you could, Hugo. You could have your way with me. Or
what, 10, 20 guys?
Yeah, and you could do that. But then I would have to, see, here's the thing of it. Unless you killed him, I would have to come back and retaliate somehow, because I couldn't live with that.
The degradation.
So why don't you skip all the middle shit? Kill me right now.
He throws it in their face.
You got it. Or,
yes?
if you could use a friend, why not allow me to be your friend?
He teams up with the guy.
They teach him.
Learns the prison ways.
With knowledge of the kids. Money?
Yeah.
Links to the outside.
The girl?
A girl. That's the great part of telling you when a girl is great.
I don't know how that happens.
When they get out of the head public system.
A buddy film. A prison film. Dougie Brown. Blah, blah. Something.
Action.
That's
what I'm saying. Lost peace.
Good. All right, now. Where do we go with?
That's what I'm saying.
Don't even say it. I understand. I know what you want to say, and you're right. I know what you're going to ask. I'm going to see that you get it. Absolutely right. Go on this package that the co-producer. Name above the title. This is your
Thank you.
Now you came in.
Thank you.
Right.
But the thing is, it's brought to you for the
I should be thanking you when I do that. This is your thing, and you should get it back. I'm not even so fancy. You start the office with a bag. I know that you could have gone across the street. But you could. And that was the point, Charlie. You absolutely could. And it was loyalty kept you there.
Hey, only down there.
Stuck with the home store.
Been good for me.
You stuck with the old firm, Charlie. You stuck with your friend.
It's where I work, Bob. It's what I do. We were all happy to get on. We got called up and we were lucky.
The lucky one.
To have something like this.
Because you could have gone across the street with a blame. With a blame, you, Charles. You get a free option on a Dougie Brown film. Guys that walk in here, hold the guy.
I work here, but my loyalty has always been good.
Well, I'm one lucky son of a bitch. And what I do is all bullshit. I'm just doing my job.
I know. No. To ask for the question, if I know anybody was coming here, it's lawyers and official.
Don't hesitate about a goddamn thing. Forget it, Charles. You brought me gold. You're going to be the co-producer. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm grateful to you, pal, for this and all you've been over the years. Hey, let's go make some money.
I need coffee.
Get it in Ross's office. Here's how we play. Get in, get out. We give it to him in one sentence. Let me talk. No disrespect. But it's hurt. One sentence. Doug Brown, buddy film. Whoever it is will be with Mr. Yes, put him on. Hello, Richard. Yes. Yes, well, how long will you be? Oh, I see. Oh, absolutely. No problem whatsoever. You'll be back by then? Absolutely so. Thank you. Ross just got called to New York. Going on the Gulf Stream, turn around, come right back. You got pushed to tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. No help for it.
He only gave me, Brown only gave me 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to come over to pay your plate.
No, I know. We only got to send him out.
No, we got to come over to pay your plate of time for this thing by 10 tomorrow morning.
No problem. Ross will be here for tomorrow morning. If he does it, yes. We'll raise him on the phone. Wherever he is, we'll pull him out.
Wherever he is.
Yep.
Because I only got the option for 10 tomorrow morning. Doug Brown told me.
10 o'clock tomorrow. Ross will be here. One chance. In a trillion years, we go condition red. We get them on the, yeah. You understand?
I understand.
Perfect. Because they're going to be the bringer of good news.
You're absolutely right.
Do it.
Yeah, sure.
Don't worry.
Not me. It's just you move up to the big league.
Charlie, your ship has come in.
All I'm saying, Ross, besides...
What's Ross going to say? No? is done.
Lord, I believe, ate thou my unbelief. Sucker walked in, said, I love the script.
Oh, yes, Charlie, for now, the fair-haired boy.
I mean, you talk about, what is it, watershed.
That's right.
This is one of them.
Why shouldn't it be?
I don't know. Gonna be rich, I can't believe it.
Rich, you kidding me? We'd have to hire someone just to figure out the things we want to buy.
I mean, you think about a concept all your life.
I'm with you.
Well,
Yes, well.
then it comes down to you. What you can think of is this is what that means.
And that is what it means.
Big enough to rental car and time, you know, of course.
Don't forget the sequel.
Which night is it?
Are we tied in that chart? Welcome to the world. The question, your craft question, how much money should we spend?
Yeah.
I think the operative concept here is lots and lots. Great big jolly shitloads of it.
Oh, man!
But money, Charlie, money is not the important thing. Money is not gold. What can you do with money? Nary a goddamn thing.
I'm gonna be rich.
Buy things with it?
Where would I keep
What would you do? Take them out and dust them time to time?
Oh, yeah.
I piss on money.
I know that you do. I'll help you.
Fuck money.
Fuck, please.
But those fuck people. Because people, Charlie,
Big one,
know
yeah.
what it's all about. And it's a people business. It's full of fucking people.
We're gonna kick some ass, Bob.
That we
We're
are.
gonna kick the ass of a lot of them fucking people.
That's right.
If we get rolling, Bob, it's up the ass with gun and camera.
Yep.
Because when you spent 20 years in the barrel.
I know.
No, you've forgotten. We respect it. But oh man, am I gonna settle some fucking scores?
Better things to do.
We have to watch over. There's a bunch of cocksuckers out there. I can't come down.
No need to, huh?
Ross isn't going to fuck me at it.
No, absolutely not. You have my word.
I don't need your word, Bob. I know you. He drove right to my house. Am I going to come to fuck him?
Can we get a couple? Well, where did you try? Why not try the coffee machine? You write down the, it's unmarked. Just...
Well, you got a new broad going to do that?
No, that's just outside.
It's your broad, that new broad.
What, she's cute? The broad out there is cute? Baby, she's nothing. Wait till we make this film. Playing in this league, I'm saying it's boys' choice, skate in one direction only.
What am I going to do today?
Out of the movie! Get your hair done!
Jumping like a leaf.
It's a done deal. We walk in tomorrow.
What's this thing you're reading?
The thing
Yeah, the thing you're reading.
from the east, the eastern city.
The bridge, the radiation and the half-life of society, a study of decay.
The novel.
Right.
Cover note from Richard Ross. Give this a courtesy reading.
The wind against the flames, but not a wind of change. A wind like the one which has been foretold. The rubbish of the world, swirling 2,000 years. I would give this a courtesy, but I would make this
A good idea.
Drop a time on Western civilization.
About time.
Well, why don't you do that? Make it.
I think that I will.
Instead of our Dr. Brown, buddy.
Yeah, I can do that. You know why? It's my job. My new job is one thing, the capacity to make decisions.
Know that it is.
Decide.
It's lonely at the top.
It's lonely at the top, but it ain't the problem.
Please, how to take coffee?
Takes his coffee like he makes his movies, nothing in it.
Very funny.
But he's an old whore.
That's right.
Bobby Gould, you're just an old whore.
Proud of it, yes.
They kick you upstairs, you're still just some old whore.
You're an old horse.
Never said I wasn't, soon to be a rich old whore.
That's right.
And I deserve it.
Woo, that's a do, baby. That's a do.
Because this, let me tell you something. I have been loyal to this guy. You know, what's his name? Karen. This is a male, you know? Step by step. Yes. In his shadow gets plain up. Never forgotten. That's the rule. You know why I never forgot? Because of the shit I had to eat. How could I forget to eat? Yes, but the real came around, and here we are, too, boys. You're going to decorate your office, make it a bordello. The real word, oh, you son of a bitch. And come to work in a soiled nightgown.
Hey, after the Doug Brown thing, I come to work in the same nightgown. If they kiss at him, then every swinging dick in this man's studio will kiss at him.
They will?
They'll French that jolly hill.
Fuck it, on his deathbed, St. Peter will come from his dying words. Just let me turn one more trick.
I am a whore, and I'm proud of it. But I'm insecure. Get ready now. We're gonna plot. Against me. Karen, my friend's stepping up in class. We're gonna plot against you, Charlie, like they plotted against me. We go back to the tribal caves and say, Chuck Potts, sad hat.
That's powerful, hat.
Let's go and steal his job.
Flash, Bishop.
To your face, they'll say 3 bags full. But behind your back, they'll say, let's tear him down. Let's tear Charlie Potts down.
Behind my back, yes. But in public, they'll say, I watched Mr. Potts' car by own initiative. He's seen me.
Flat, sugar.
I blew his poodle. He gave me a smile. Thank you.
This is Charlie Potts. This is Karen.
Good morning, sir.
Please, put me down tomorrow at Richard Ross, his office, 10 a.m. Whatever you find in the book, call back and cancel it, and leave a note for Pat to see you back.
I'm supposed to be back tomorrow.
Well, draw her attention to our meeting with Ross.
Yes, sir.
Harry, if Mr. Gould moves up the ladder, will you go with him?
Sir, I'm temporary.
Yes, right. Would you like to stay on?
Hey, what are you, master of the rebel?
I'm just a temp. I'm on a temporary.
Hey, everything is temporary till it's not.
No, it's just a temporary job.
It's just a temporary job, so leave the girl alone.
What is this, a night class? Does it seem like a good place to work?
Sir?
Call me Charlie. Does it seem like a good place to work?
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Gould's office.
Sure that it is.
Sure that it is. How wonderful to be so sure. Your boss says take initiative, you better that's right. And you do, then you get no credit. Dating, smiling, just a cause.
Mr. Fox is talking about his own self.
I bet I am, but my historical self, while I'm a cop, no more.
Harry, you come here in auspicious time.
This man over here,
Because in this sinkhole,
Yeah.
and something is about to work out.
singing a song, rolling along.
And all that garbage that we put up with is going to take off.
Why the garden?
Not all garbage, but most of it is.
Why?
Why? That's a good point.
Because
Because
life in the movie business is like the beginning of a new love affair. Full of surprises, and you're constantly getting fucked.
Well, why should it all be garbage?
Why? Why should nickels be bigger than dimes? That's the way it is.
it's a business of some unchanging rules. Isn't that right, Charlie?
The one thing is nobody pays off on work. Everybody says, hey, I'm a mountain. But what do they say? They sit around like balls of a slender, waiting for them. Exhausted to their superiors.
Hey, listen to the guys. Tell us.
You want to do something out here, it better be one of the 5 major food groups where your superiors go nasty by. The upside of this, though, guys, the upside, though, for one time you do get support. If you do have a relationship,
That's what I'm here for.
then you can do something. This guy, wow! The last 11 years, they get bullshit. This man, my friend,
Now, read it.
oh, you beauty. What's it like being the head of production? I mean, is it more fun than miniature golf?
You put as much energy into your job as you put into kissing my ass.
My job is kissing your ass.
And don't you forget it.
Understand? Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Yes.
I feel silly saying.
What? Well, whatever it is, say it.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
That was very frank of you. I tell you what, don't call it a bank holiday, huh?
Let's get out of it. Well done.
Let's get out of here. Look at my book and cancel whatever I've got today. Anybody calls, call me tomorrow. I'll be in tomorrow for my 10 a.m. meeting with Ross.
Young America, that's work.
You get done canceling my stuff, we can go home.
Where we going for lunch?
Well, I figure we drop by the commissary, get the tuna sandwich, and go swing by Laura Ashley and pick out some cunning prints for my new office.
Why don't you just paint it with broken capillaries, decorated like the inside of your nose?
I just may. So lunch to Coventry in half an hour. Call the Coventry, table for 2 at 1. Thank you. First in war, first in peace, first in the hearts of Kiwi Reef.
Lunch at the Coventry.
That's right.
Thy will be done.
You see, all you gotta do is eat my doodle for 11 years, and eventually the wheel comes around.
Payback time.
You brought me the Doug Brown script.
Glad I could do it.
You son of a bitch.
Hey,
Charlie, I just hope what, the shoe were on the other foot. I'd actually take a really princely way towards you.
I know you would, Bob, because let me tell you, experiences like this, films like this, these are the films, right? These are the films that what do you call it? That make it all worthwhile.
You're gonna find. Now tomorrow, I'm gonna need the script, cost breakdown, promoter lines, data
I got the whole package.
I think you're gonna find a lot of things now make it all worthwhile. I think conservatively, you and me, we build ourselves into split, minimum 10%.
Of the net.
Chuck, permit me to tell you 2 things I've learned. 25 years in the entertainment industry. The 2 things which are always true. The first one is, there is no net. And I forget the second. Okay, I'm going to meet you at the Coventry in half an hour. We'll talk about boys and clothes.
What are you going to do the end?
You're going to work.
Work? You never did a day's work in your life.
Oh, the pitching lamp is lit.
You never did a fucking day's work in your life.
That's true.
11 years I know you. You're either scheming or laying there like Hunter with a dead whale. That's how you got where you are, remember?
Oh, yes, the scoring of the infant.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, Consul?
You got a production deal somewhere. I know what you're saying.
You do?
Yeah.
What?
You're going to hide the Coleman?
Yeah?
Stay here with those moves on your new secretary.
Yeah?
Yeah. And it will not work.
It will not. What are you saying?
No, I'm saying that she
wouldn't go.
she won't go. Yeah.
Why?
Why? Why? I don't know why.
Well, what do you think?
I say.
Yes.
I don't want to be on the parade.
No!
I mean, I don't want to take the
I wasn't going to hit on.
You're going to work.
Yes. Tell me what you see.
What I saw is an observation.
Yes.
It's not important.
No, tell me what you see.
I just thought she falls between 2 schools.
And what was those schools?
But she is not just some, blues. On the other hand, I think I would have to say, I don't think she's so ambitious. She would strip me just to get ahead. That's all.
What if she just liked me? Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
oh. You're saying just like me.
You mean nobody loves me for myself?
No, not in this office.
If you guys are what? Naked or ambitious enough?
Hey, I'm not saying you don't deserve it. You do deserve it. I think you're worth it.
Thank you. You think she's neither what? Dumb nor ambitious enough to go to bed with me? Too high on?
No. She's too, yeah,
Then what's she doing in this office?
She's a temporary worker.
You're full of it, Chuck.
Maybe I am. I didn't mean to take the shine
Hey, you
off.
send the straw, you send the strength to merit. Go on. I'll meet you at the,
Hey, I didn't mean to imply that.
Imply enough. Nobody loves me. Nobody loves me for myself. Big deal. Don't go moping on me. We'll go and celebrate. A Douglas Brown film. Pots and food.
You're very kind.
Hey, you brought the guy in. Pots and food for dinner.
I'll see you at lunch.
But I bet she would go. I bet she'd go out with
I bet she would.
No, I'm saying I think she likes it.
Yes, I'm sure she does.
Hey, joking apart, babe. But for a second, say I'm nuts. I don't think so. She likes me. She'd go out. How much? How much?
Yeah.
That she would.
That she would anything. That she would anything. That she would deal with you in any way but a professional way.
Well, my.
What can I tell you, Pop?
That I could get her on a date. That I could get her to my house. That I could screw her.
I don't think so.
How much?
$100.
That's enough.
$500.
500. That's enough.
A gentleman.
Done. I'll get out of here when we work. Country at once. I'll need.
Great budget, trade of ownership.
Good.
I'll swing by. I'll bring you to lunch.
Good. Yeah. Thank you.
Who?
Bobby.
Sir, I was not able to get you a table to cover some time. I tentatively booked.
Whoa. It's all right. I'm going to tell you what you did, and it's all right that you did it. Sit down. You called the Coventry, asked them for a table for two at 1 o'clock. They told you they had absolutely nothing. Is that right?
Yes. I'm so sorry. Of course, I should have mentioned your name.
Sorry.
It was naive of me.
It's all right.
You're right. I had thought when I was hanging up, and I thought, forgot
It's all right.
to tell them. Then I thought, the difference is made if they don't have a table.
It's all right.
If you didn't have a table, they could call up, of course. I had a table with you. I'm sorry. It's naive.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with being naive. With
Sorry.
no, go on.
I was going to say
Yes.
I was going to say that I couldn't have a job. A job was running.
Yes.
You think it was a business that.
That's what makes the life exciting. Addictive. You know what I'm talking about. You want a thrill in your life?
Really?
To make something, to do something, to be a part of something, money, art, a chance to play at the big table. Hey, you're here and you want to participate in it.
Yes.
Well, of course you do. And it is an exciting world.
I'm sure it is.
Sudden changes all the time. You want to know something, no? You want to know a secret?
Yes.
I'll tell you. Charlie Fox comes in there, and he formed a relationship with Doug Brown. Doug will leave his studio to do a film with us. Charlie Fox brought it to me. And in the highest positions of the motion picture industry, we're actually going to make a movie.
Good film?
I'm sorry?
Good film.
Well, it's a commodity, and I admire you for not being ashamed to ask a question. Yes, it's a good question, and I don't know if it's a good film. What about art? I'm not an artist. Never said I was. And nobody who sits in that chair can be. I'm a businessman. Can we try to make good films? Yes, we try. I'm going to try to make a good film of this prison film. The question, is there such a thing as a good film which loses money? In general, of course. But really not. For me. Because if the films I make lose money, then I'm back on the streets with a sweet and silly smile on my face. They lost money because nobody saw them. It's my fault. A tree fell in the forest. What did I accomplish? Yes, you see. There is the way things are. Some people are elected, try to change the world. This job is not that job. Somebody, this job and the job that I have. Somebody is always trying to promote you, to use something, some hook, to get you to do something in their own best interest. You follow me? Because this desk is a position to advance. You understand? It's a platform to aid, to push someone along. But I can't do it. Why? That's not my business. My business is to make decisions for the studio. Means I have to be blunt, to say no, much. Most of the time, that's my job. And I think it's a good job. Because it's a job of responsibility. Pressure. Many rewards. One of them, one time, in a billion years, someone was loyal to me. And I'm talking about Charlie Fox. Stuck with me. Comes in here, let's face it, does a favor for me. He could have took the script across the street. No, but he came to me. Now, I can throw in with him, and we rise together. That's what the job is. A job, all the bullshit aside, deals with people. Oh, hey, look here. Agent gives his client book to Ross. The bridge, or radiation, and the half-life of society. Now, who's Mr. Ross?
He's the head of the studio.
And he has a button on my console. That's right. Austin's agent gave his book to Ross. A novel written by a very famous Eastern writer. What's the book about? The end of the world. Great. Now, Ross, no dummy, says, of course he'll read the book. Gives me the book to read. So when he tells the author how he loves the book, but that it won't make a movie, he can say something intelligent about it. You get it? This in the business is what's called a courtesy read.
Courtesy read.
Yes, no one has any intention of making the book, but we read it as a courtesy. Does this mean with the praise? No. It's just business, how business is done.
I see.
How business does work.
What's there something in the book?
In the book?
Yes.
It's a novel about the historical effects of radiation.
Yes.
I mean, the author's crazy as a fucking Jew bug. What if?
Yes.
What if after everything?
Yes.
Hope against hope. There's something in the book.
Yes.
Something in the book that, well, I'd be delighted. No, you're right. You're right. I'm telling you, you're making my point absolutely. This job corrupts you. You start to think all the time, what do these people want from me? And everything becomes a test.
How to do that?
Can we keep ourselves pure? Hey, I prayed to be pure.
Praise you.
I did. I said, God, give me the job as head of production. Give me a platform to do good. I'll do good. They gave me the job. I'm here one day. Listen, a big fat book. A book. It may be a fine book by a well-respected writer. And because this writer's got the reputation of being artsy, I'm ready. Everybody backs me in this. To assume that his book is unsuitable for the screen, so I look at it as a courtesy read.
You enjoy your work?
Excuse me?
You like the Chinese
Do
praise?
I enjoy my work? Yes, very much. Don't you think you would enjoy it?
Yes, I think I would enjoy it.
You do. Good for you. What is it that you enjoy?
Making decisions.
Then good for you. Yes.
Well, last time I answered, I would think that to keep you down straight, if you had principles to the person,
Yes, it is naive. And it's also correct. Yes, I do. Now, we can talk about purity, and we can turn the page. What do you want to do?
Talk about purity.
Okay. If you don't have principles, whatever they are, then each state is hell, you haven't got a compass. All you've got is good taste. And you can shove good taste won't have it. Because each day, the pressure just gets worse. It gets more difficult. I want you to do me a favor. You read that book.
I should read it?
Yes.
Radiation.
Let's be frank. It's almost definitely unsuitable. It probably is artsy. But then, as you said, maybe it is. You'll read it. You'll tell me, and I'll tell Mr. Ross. And then you're right, and then at least we look.
Glad to read it.
Good.
Thank you.
Not at all. I thank you. Now, I'll need a report on this by tonight.
Good.
How long will it take?
But I won't get into town meeting if you want to work.
Fine. Tonight, I'll be home. When you finish, bring the report to me, and we'll discuss it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Not at all. Now, please call the public. Tell them a table for Mr. Fox and me 20 minutes.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to clean up here before I go. Call Mr. Fox and girls on the phone. Here are the page with the time and the time. Tell him that I'll be 10 minutes late.
Good.
Tell him that he owes me $500.
He puts his hand on the child's chest, and he says, heal. As if he felt he had the power to heal him. He calls on God. It's in here. Something to the effect that if ever in his life he had power, any power, that now is the time. Listen. In that lonely place, the low place, the tramp under the bridge, he finds him, faced with his trouble, and pours out his heart. We hear the rain, and we see in his misery, it is forgotten, wet, cold, and the problems which solve them, they do not disappear, but they are forgotten. He says, years later, that it did not occur to him then, that this would happen, that the thing which he lacked, he said, was courage. When the tramp says, all fear are one fear, just the fear of death. And we accept it. Then we are at peace. And so we see as though all of the events, stones, instruments, the child which he met, led him there.
They led him.
Yes. You see, I know you see. And that's to me, that's the perfection of the story. When I read it, I wanted to sit down. I almost couldn't come the way, you know what I mean? He says that the radiation, planes, television, clocks, all of it is with one end. Change, to bring about a change. All radiation has been sent by God to change. Constantly. Yes,
How?
to this new thing that we needn't feel frightened, that it comes from God. And I felt empowered. Empowered. You felt that. I hope you felt that. But something made sense. You heard it for the longest time, and finally you know what it means. So it's not courage. It's greater than courage. Perhaps it is courage. You felt like that.
I have.
Yes.
Felt like,
Like in Sam's story, where one thing changed.
have I felt like that? I don't know.
And then it puts you at peace. And I'll tell you that I felt that. Like what you find at a gym or in a bookshop, and you know when you go in to find something old or scratch paper. Have you had this in a pocket or even on the ground, praying? Something that changed and you were drawn to, just like the man beneath the bridge. What was it that you feared, he said? Embrace it. But, and like I come to your boss, a temporary job that I thought, who can say I knew? That I thought I knew. I thought I would find something. Too much. It all came at once so much. May I have another drink? You know, and he said the radiation in all things, not just in bombs, in power, in microwaves, in air travel, and the purpose of the radiation. Well, I said it.
Thank you.
No, I thank you. You know what I'm talking about. See, of life lives in fear. It says in the book that it doesn't have to be so. That those things we have seen, you know, listen back. I'm the only one on the whole planet who knows how bad it is. That it's coming, that it's sure to come. And don't you see, Wes, what can I do? And you can't join a convent or cut up your hair or you. This is our pain, I think. We can't embrace Jesus. But you see, he said, I know it. And you don't have to be afraid. And I realized I haven't breathed. How long? Years. And I don't know, the terror of that. Ever. And you say, how can you say it? Our life is bad? No. You said it's ended, that our life is ended, yes. And you said that these are the dark ages. They have come the dark ages. They're now, we're living in the waiting days, in the last days, yes, you said it. True. And you need to deny it. And I felt such fear, because of course it's right. Then he said, do not be afraid. The story, when you read it, the story itself, sounds so great. I'll tell you, it's written with such love, God, a thing to be thankful for. Such love.
You've done a fantastic job. Yes. On the book. In your report on the book. It means something. It means a lot. I want to tell you if you want to do something out there. A freshman. You said a 90 page. The code of freshmen and a capacity to get involved. I think that it's fantastic. And you know, the dream about making a connection, but I feel I've done it. Yes, you reached out to me. You shared this with me. You did it. Someone does something totally. And you say, yes, that's what I've been missing. That's what I've been missing. I'm saying you come alive. And you say, everyone's been holding their breath in this town 20 years, forever, I don't know. And then, so rare, someone shows some enthusiasm, it becomes simple. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I want to thank you.
No.
It's something, no. But, let me help you. That's what I want to do.
I'm confused.
I'm saying I thank you. I want to do something.
No.
And whatever. I'm saying, if I can, that you would like to do in the studio. If you would like to do it, if I can help you with it, then I'd like to help you.
Yes, thank you. I do know that I will work on the film.
All right, if we can, the prison film.
No. This film, the radiation film. And I don't care about the passion. Well, why should I? Because I don't have any skills. That's presumptuous. Of course. And anyway, I could, but I just can't. It would be so important for me to see that it helps. If you could just tell me that, I'm serious. I'll get caught. I don't care. You do that to me after I put you on the spot.
No. Yes.
I'm serious. I'm doing anything.
Look, this was a courtesy reading.
I know.
As I told you, the chances were astronomically slim.
Of course, not you want to investigate just once in a while, and once in a while, one finds a pearl.
Yes.
And this book, I'm telling you, when you read it,
Karen, it's about the end of the world.
that's what I'm saying.
It's about the end.
This book, but she said someone's job is to read the manuscript.
Someone reads the manuscript, yes.
And come in.
Yes, we have readers.
Now, why do the readers read?
I get it. Yes, as I said, yes, once in a while. In a great while.
Why not
yes.
this? I'm telling you.
Look, I'm going to pay you the compliment of being frank. I'm going to talk to you. Power. People who are given a slight power tend to think they're the only one that has these ideas. Your ideas, whatever, no matter. And listen, I'm going to tell you. This book, your book, I mean, the end of the world, which has meant so much to you that you never had. Okay? I can tell you many things to influence you, but why? I have to respect your enthusiasm, and I do respect it. But this book you want us to make won't get the ashes in the seats. Sounds fresh, whatever the thing just may be. My new job is not easy to make. It is to suggest, to push, to champion good work, I hope. Choosing from those things, which the public don't see it, what's the point? You understand? This is what I do. You said a certain kind of courage to embrace a fact. This is the fact here.
Why do you... Your job is to make movies people who come see.
That's right.
Why do you think they won't come see this one? Are you wrong? See what I'm asking? Just because you think it's too good? I think they would come see it. I would. It's about what you feel.
It is.
Yes.
Which is?
Everyone is frightened.
Everyone is frightened.
Everything is breaking down.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Yes, it's over. I believe it. Things as we know, of course they are. You see, we don't have to deny it. The power of the struggle released in everything. Something speaks to them. This book spoke to me. It changed me.
Yes, but quite frankly, the fact that it changed you, that you like it, that you would like to see it go, is not sufficient reason for the studio to pay $15 million.
A sufficient reason
Yes.
to make it film.
Yes.
Someone made a decision to someone to make a decision.
Richard Roth.
Going to see it tomorrow. You can look. I read the script. The top script. The prison film. That's segregation. That's the same old. It's despicable. It's degrading to the human spirit.
It what?
Of course, it's degrading. It's killing people. Meaning that nations, people don't want. They don't want. They don't want this.
Of course they do. That's what we're in business to do. Don't you understand? That's what we're in business to do. Make the thing everyone made last year. Make the thing people want to see. That is, it's more than what they want, it's what they require. And it's my job. That's my job. When I tell Ross about the Doug Brown film, he's going to fall on my neck and kiss me. You know that. You know that I can't make this book.
I don't know that.
I told you.
You held out a hope to me this morning.
I held out a hope.
That what I said.
I see that what you said, we all, as I said, everyone has feelings. Everyone would like to make a difference. Everyone says, I am a man. You know that. It's just part of the whole. Nobody's a man. Now, what I told you was, this was a courtesy.
I don't like to be naive.
I told you.
I don't think it's attractive. And I don't think it's right to be naive.
I told you what the deal was. Don't you understand?
But I have.
But you, yes, everyone's trying to promote you. Don't you know that? Don't you care? Don't you care? Every move I make, you understand? Everyone wants something from me.
Yes, I understand that.
You understand that?
Yes, I do.
Well, if you understand that, how can you act this way?
Come,
Yes.
you asked me, I knew what the deal was. I know you wanted to sleep. I came in with you, right?
Sleep with
Didn't
you?
you?
No.
Why lie? You don't have to lie.
But you're wrong.
But I'm not wrong. This is what I say. Are we so poor that we can't have those simple things? We want love. Why should we deny it? Why should you? You could have asked me. You did ask me. I knew what you meant. That's why I said it.
You
I
came.
said, why not? I'm weak too. We all need companionship. Things we want, I want it. You're right. I shouldn't act as though I wasn't naive. I shouldn't act as though I was Jesus.
I asked you here to sleep with me.
But then I read the book. I've been afraid too. I've been frightened. I know the fright. I know it's going to be. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm frightened.
I know it. come here anyway. Is that afraid? I know what it is to be bad. I've been bad. I know what it is to be lost. I know you're lost. I know how we are afraid to act. To even act in the day we dress. Yes, I'm afraid to do. It's not an accident that I came here. Sometimes it reaches for it and they say, show me a sign. And when it reaches, then we see the odds and we find the answer in the book.
Why did you say you would come here anyway?
Listen, the trap of that radiation, whatever it is, it makes no difference. Listen. What is coming was a return to the self, which is to say, a return to God. It was round. He saw all things were round. And the man saw that it all was devoted to the one end, that the diseases in the body were the same diseases in the world. That things were ending, yes, that things must end. And that vouchsafed to him a vision of infinity. See?
No. No, I don't understand.
You don't understand.
No.
Would you like to understand the things you hoped for, the reason you asked me here?
I don't understand you.
You wanted something, you were frightened.
I was frightened.
That forced you to lie. I forgive you.
You forgive me.
You know how I can? Because we're just the same. You said that you prayed to be pure.
I said that.
This morning.
I was joking.
I looked in your heart. I saw you. And people can need each other. That's what the book says, you understand. We needn't be afraid.
I don't understand.
You can if you wish to. In the world, dying, we pray for a sign. A temporary girl. You asked me to read the book. I read the book. Do you know what it says? It says that you were put here to make stories people need to see. To make them less afraid. It says, in spite of our transgressions, we could do something which would bring us alive. We needn't feel ashamed. We needn't feel frightened. The wild animal dies with pride. He didn't make the world. God made the world. You said that you prayed to be pure. What if your prayers were answered? You asked me to come. Here I am.
Okay. The one thing I was up all night. I'm sorry, I should be better at these things, but I don't know how to say it. You know how you do? You stand and think, and the only thing, one hand you say, am I worthy to be rich? On the other hand, you feel greedy, so it's hard to know what's rightfully yours. But when we said yesterday, we were talking, when you said producer, what we meant, what we were talking about was, I understand it, that we were to share above the title. We would co-produce because, that's right, isn't it? And the other thing, I'm sure you've thought of this, is say to Ross that we as a team, you and I, this is only the beginning. If we brought this, and I'm sure you thought of this, it's fairly limited. We can bring more. Those two things only are what I wanted to say.
I'm not going to do the film. Douglas Brown. Good night. I'm not going to dream like the Doug Brown.
I don't blame you, it's a piece of shit. I were you, I do the film on radiation. That's the project I would do. A story of love, a story of hope. That's what I would do, and then spend the rest of my life in a packing crate. I can't get over those guys. Why do they waste our time? A talky piece of puke. Prestige and all, okay, but why? We should just say, sir, you go to the movies. If you saw a movie of this shit, would you sit through it? Listen off, said the coverage to me. Listen. The bridge or radiation. half-life and decay of society. The novel form, the growth of radiation. What is this? The device of God in all things to prepare the world for its final decay? It's a summer picture. The author seems to think that radio and television, aircraft travel, and microwaves were invented solely to irradiate the world and so bring about genetic change in humankind. Great. And scene 2, he comes out of the bar to find that his horse is gone. He has to go steal the sheriff's snack to ride for help. I'm sorry. I need a drink. 10 o'clock in the morning, I need a drink. You know, you look forward to something and you think it's never going to happen. And you really can bullshit aside. It's never going to happen. I gotta say, it's over now, but, I felt a certain amount of jealousy toward you. You know, you started out together, and I always said someday, I'll get something for myself. Your brand new ball game, I'll sit up there with Bobby Gould. You're open. You know how we think. The deep inside, never thought it would. And the other thing, you talk about it, to a certain extent, I was riding for several years on your road. Don't say nothing. You know what I mean? And I want to thank you because you were mad at people, but you never brought it up. You never wanted it. Glad I can say that. Speaking of paying it back, do I owe you for sure the 5 feet?
5 feet.
Roy, come to your house?
What?
You fuck the temporary girl, you fucker.
I'm going to go in to see Ross myself.
Not me. You think that you think that that's the thing? You think that that's the thing? That's what we should do. I think that we should talk about it. I brought you the pictures, Bob.
I know you did.
See what I think that we should go in there together. Maybe because this is truly a collaborative thing, but hey, you think that
I'm not going to take it.
if you think that that's the thing,
Are you listening to me? I'm not going to agree like the Doug Brown.
no, listen, so I understand that, but listen to what I am asking you. Since I brought, which I was saying, since I brought you the film, and since you say that we were going to split the credit because what we're saying was we're trying to get a position where I could be equal. I brought you the film. It means a lot. And frankly, I think that
I'm not going to
you're not. I don't understand.
I'm not going to recommend it.
I don't understand.
I'm not going to recommend the Doug Brown.
Because, hold on. Before we get to that, you told me yesterday that we were going to go to Ross to Greenlight.
Yes.
You promised me.
I know.
I know that you know. You know why? Because you did it.
I know that I did.
You're joking, right? Because you know I had the package. Doug gave me one day. Doug Brown gave me the one day to have the package. I could have put this thing across the street. You know that. Walked right across the street as people do in this town, and I had done it yesterday as an executive producer of Doug Brown film yesterday! Yesterday! Which is what comes up when you tell me. This is a joke, right? I'm sorry. Bob, when you take the film to Ross,
I'm not going to take it from Ross.
you tell me why.
I'm going to greenlight the radiation.
No, you won't.
Yes, if I can.
No. You just hold on 1 second. Hey, Bob, good to see you, Ross.
20 minutes.
I'm not upset. Wait, Bob, when you walk in this door, what you are paid to do. Now listen to me now. It's make films that make money. You are paid to make films people like. And so gain for yourself a fortune every day. This is what Ross pays us for. That is the thing. He and the stockholders want from us. This is what. Listen to me now. I'm going to say it. The movie-going public wants from us. I'm talking to you like some instant fruit. But this, what I just told you, is your job. You cannot make the radiation book. Shut up! I'm not done speaking. When it's your turn, you can speak. Because Ross will not do it, and he will not let you do it.
I have it in my contract. I can greenlight one picture a year under 10 mil at my discretion, without his prior approval or consent.
You will find your contract shit.
I don't think so.
Say so or not, you will find it's a sucker clause. You will find that if you insist on it, you're going to become a laughing stock, and no one will hire you. Bob, you'll be off the scorches. Why? Because they will not understand why you did what you did. You follow? You follow me? That is the worst variety. Your best friend won't hire you. I won't hire you because I won't understand why you did the thing that you did and try to make a movie that no one would watch. Wait, what are you saying? The fuck is wrong with you? Have you read this book?
Have you?
I read the cover. What do you want from me, blood? Listen. The world is dying, he said. There's nothing we can do for that. As he stood on the bridge, it all proliferates faster and faster. It begets itself until it's time to die. The economy will collapse. The reactors will explode because that's what they're meant to do. We will die because that's what we're meant to do. The radiation will just grow over the years, faster and faster.
We have different ideas, Charles.
We do?
I was up all night thinking.
Yes. Thinking about what?
Why I was called to my new job.
Why you were called?
Notion, just the notion that our life is short, that in some way. I believe in the ideas that are contained in the book.
Hey, I believe in the yellow pages, Bob, but I don't want to film it. Why are you doing this to me?
You can take the prison film to Ross.
I take Ross the film, he'll make the film and give me a thank you. You know that. I need you. You go and play me over my whole life. Let's talk. You over me.
No.
Secret.
No.
Why are you doing this?
I think
I'm listening to you.
that we have few chances to do something which is right.
To do something which is right? To do something which is
I want to read you something. Is it true, she asked, that we are always in the same state of growth, the same state of decay as the world in which we live? If it is true, is it not true that the world is then a dream and delusion? All of this being true, then what remained to him was this: nothing but God. I've wasted my life, John. My life is a sham. It's true. But I think I found something.
Bob, what's happening?
I think your prison film has a place. And I respect.
I don't want your respect. Your respect stinks. You know why? You prove yourself insane. You're going to buy a piece of shit. You're going to spend $10 million for a piece of pussy. You were up all night. You were up all night bossing the broad. Are you getting old? What is this, menopause? Your life is a sham. 2 days in the new job, you can't stand the strain. They're going to invalid you out. Your name is going to be a punchline of this town.
Still doesn't work out.
If you're still then you miss your wake-up call. If it still doesn't work out here, you know what you got. Little lousy thighs, no one will touch you. You understand? You throw your life in the ball. Well, please, listen to me. Let's tell you something. The secretary, what did she do to you?
She did nothing.
What is she, a witch?
She did nothing. We talked.
You chance, but my chance is with it.
I don't want it.
Bullshit what you want, bullshit! I could have gone across the street! You fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Get up! I'll fucking kill you right here in this office! All this bullshit! You wimp! You coward! Now you got the job, now you're gonna run all over everything like something broke in the shopping bag? You fool! You fucking sissy film! You squat to pee! You two old woman! All of my life, I've been eating your shit, taking your leavings. Fuck you! Fuck you! The head of production, huh? Job I could have done 10 times better than you. The press and the money all combined. And now you're gonna be some fucking wimp and you're gonna cost me the Bible. But my fortune! No! Not in this life, pal. Your writ has run. Do you hear me? Huh? Do you hear me? You want somebody to take charge? I'll take charge. You hear me, mister? You need an excuse to cop out? I'll give you your fucking excuse! We have a meeting. Can you fix yourself up? No. What's the matter? You have another shirt? When you get to the meeting, Ross, I'm going to give you my support. It's all right. It's okay. It's all. Everything is all right. I'm such a. I see it. I see it now. It's okay. You listen to me. I'll explain it. A beautiful and an ambitious woman comes to town.
I have to be careful what you say about it.
It's only words unless they're true. It's all right. I'll explain it. I see it now. Everything's okay. I'm sorry. I got pregnant. I'll explain it. A beautiful and an ambitious woman comes to town. Why? Why does anyone come here? You follow my argument? Everyone wants power. How do we get it work? How do they get it sex? The end. She's different. Nobody's different. You are. I'm not. Why should she? The broad wants power. How do I know? Look, she's out with Albert Schweitzer working in the jungle. Come on. Right? She's right here in movie land, Bob. She trades the one thing that she's got, her looks. Get into a position of authority through you. Nobody likes to be promoted. It's ugly to see, but that's what happens, eh? I'm sorry. Come up to my house. Read this script. She doesn't know what that means. Bob, that's why she's here.
A woman?
Hey, pay me the courtesy! How lonely you must be. How hard the world is. You complain, but no one understands me. I understand what she says.
He does understand.
Oh, yeah, that's first rate. Now,
She does understand me. She knows what I suffer.
what you suffer? You're a whore, Bob. You're a chippy. You're a fucking bought and paid for whore. And you think you're a ballerina because you work with your legs? You're a whore. You want some sympathy, you don't get none. You think you can let down? You cannot let down. This is what they pay the big bucks for. This is what you put up with. You want to have two homes. Okay, Bob, let's speak frankly. Mr. Businessman, this broad just took you down.
She came to me.
Why did she come to you? Because you're the Bolshevik? You stupid shit. I'm talking to you. Why does she come to you? Because you're so good looking? She wants something from you. You're nothing to her but what you can do for her.
You're full of shit.
Oh, yeah, I know I am.
What does she want from me?
If I'm so smart, she wants you to greenlight this radiation work. Why? What should I know? I don't know. It's not important. She head of production. You're head of production. Read the new plaque on your door. Can she greenlight a film? No, you can't. Now, what does she want from you? Hearth and home? No. What? Love? Huh? Children? To greenlight a film. You are what you can do for her. That's it. To greenlight some bizarre idea.
It's not a bizarre idea.
It's not a bizarre idea. Now, tell it to me. Tell it to me! You can't tell it to me in one sentence. They can't put it in TV Guide. Come on. Come on. Tell me. Why is this movie you're going to make? The boy joins the cattle drive, learns to be a man. Couple finds $1 million buried in their yard. Come on. Tell me. What is this movie? Come on.
We are...
Tell me the story, Bob.
I'm telling it to you. And I don't think we have to mock the possibility that someone could find something that meant something to them. Do you understand?
Tell me the film, Bob.
I'll tell you the film, all right? We are frightened because the world is ending. A man gives up that weight. A man...
A gross infection rampant in the world. They spied and thought they were the messengers of cure when they were the disease. That silver is more powerful than gold, and the circle than the square or the triangle. What a architecture. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? I wouldn't believe this shit if it was true. Okay, Bob. Enough fucking around here. Let's live in the world, huh?
Okay. That's enough.
I beg your
I said that's enough. Get out. Fuck me. Fuck me in hell. Fuck me in hell, pal. You leave the plaque on my door. I'm your superior. Now I made my decision. I'm sorry that it hurt you.
It hurt me. You ruined my life.
Be that as it may. Now, I have a meeting. I told you why, because I found something that's right.
I can't buy that.
And why? Because I say so.
11 years down the drain, huh? How sorry are you, Cliff? One question.
It won't change my mind.
Well, then just say it's a fool. Granted to me to make your guilt. I want to ask you, girl, one question, and then I swear I'll go.
All right,
Yeah, would you come in here for one moment, please? Yes, Kathy. Kathy, honey, just take a second. I have one question for you, then I'll leave you alone. No! Come on. Are you real? Tell us now.
yes. We'll be done here in 1 minute.
What's going on?
I understand. Karen? I understand things have been occurring. Large decisions. You follow me? Follow what I'm going to say? Oh, dear, I want to ask you something. You went to Mr. Booth's last night?
Yes.
Huh? You discussed certain things?
Yes.
Right? Talked about his new job? Right? Talked about different ways
You
of...
know what we talked about. We talked about not being frightened. We talked about the ability to make it.
To make a difference, yes? To make a difference.
To make a
To make a film that makes a difference! Yes! I know! Now listen. I'm not going to talk to you what gives you the insight to, what you experience to know what will make a good film. I'm not going to ask you. I'm not going to ask you what brought you to this job.
temporary.
I'm almost there. Bear with me. Now I understand last night that you and Bob became intimate.
I think you should leave.
Oh, I know you do, but this is something more than your life, honey. You're at the big table now, and I'm done. And Bob, head of production, he's going to say what's what. Now then, I have one question for you. You and Bob, you became lovers?
Leave her alone.
No, I don't think so, no! Do you owe me this, huh? Do you owe me this? For all the years I spent with you? Huh? You became lovers?